So are the Tories giving with one hand and taking with the other? Things like free prescriptions seem to be a smokescreen for sneakily raising taxes. So for this debate this hour, I'm asking, are the Conservatives the new high-tax party? Let's see what my panel make of that. I'm joined by consultant editor of the Daily Mail, Andrew Pearce, and also columnist and broadcaster Lizzie Cundy. Very serious face there, Andrew. It's the Conservatives. What are they doing?
Look, I'm very disappointed.
What are they doing?
No other country in Europe is putting up taxes except this Conservative government. Now, they took a lot of people out of national insurance, to be fair. People earning up to £12,000 no longer pay national insurance, but far more were brought into national insurance. It's raising about £12 billion, which allegedly goes to cut waiting lists in the NHS. A lot of it will disappear in bureaucracy, in wage increases, and then we hear they're going to freeze prescription charges. £17 million that cost. The rise in national insurance will raise £12 billion. We should not be taxing people more when they're facing the worst cost of living crisis in my lifetime. In my lifetime, and I lived through the 1970s when inflation was rampant, 25%. We had the three-day week. It was a terrible time. Are we really turning the clock back there? Inflation's heading into double figures. There's a simple thing they could have done. They could have cut the bloated overseas aid budget, which is £14 billion. Right. Give the money where it's badly needed, but we're wasting billions there. I know it's a cliché. Charity does begin at home. I'd far rather that money was helping pensioners who can't afford to put their heating on. People like Elsie, who Boris was challenged about, who gets on the bus to keep warm because she can't afford to put the heating on. We've got to start cutting taxes. Rishi Sunak, the Chancellor, has got to prove he's a Conservative, because everything he's doing at the moment strikes me that he isn't. And don't forget the other thing they did, really crafty. In April, you'd have expected with inflation the amount where you start to pay income tax to rise. But he froze the personal allowances, which is bringing loads more people into the high rate of tax, which means police sergeants are now going to be paying 40p in the pound income tax. So are nursing sisters. That isn't right.
Lizzie.
Boris, if you're listening, kick your Chancellor into touch. In fact,
rid of him.
Get rid of him now, because people are desperate. They're in desperate situations, don't know whether to heat or eat. These are poor families that are needing our help now, and we need to do something, and I think we need to do this windfall tax. And why and what and why are we waiting for it? It needs to be done immediately. I really do think so. And I'm absolutely appalled to hear today that Liz Truss is looking to buy this £20 million diplomatic home in Manhattan.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Where they already have 3 other places to entertain, another party house. I mean, have they lost touch with what's going on in our country? I mean, I'm sorry, there they are, the Chancellor, them all. They can, kids are probably going to private schooling. Many can't buy the school uniform, can't buy food for their children. I think it's a disgrace.